Hey everyone, it is Monday, so it's time for our weekly draft video. We're doing some Eldritch Moon, obviously. We got Spell Queller, which I'm guessing has to be worth some decent cash, and it is. It's worth $3. It's also a decent card. It's obviously amazing in constructed. In limited, it's I think decent's probably fine. A fine way to put it. I think it's probably what we take based on that. We may not actually get to play it because you do have to be those two colors, but we'll probably try to lean that way since it is, again, a good card. This pack in general is not awesome. I mean, Drag Under and Brazen Wolves are probably, and Midnight Scavengers, those are sort of the best cards in the pack. Everything else is kind of uninteresting. But yeah, we'll take Spell Queller. Put it in here for now, I guess. We'll see if that works out for us. Yeah, kind of some of the same cards. We got Brazen Wolves. We got Drag Under. Exultant Cultist is fine. I mean, I don't really want to take Geist of the Lonely Vigil second pick or anything. Probably take Drag Under. I mean, Brazen Wolves is good. Drag Under is too, though, and we already have a card that's blue, so that sort of factors in. Brazen Wolves might be a little better than Drag Under. It is like one of the best common creatures in this format. You know, which is kind of, it's just sort of a dude, but it's a 3-mana 4/3 effectively, so that's pretty strong. But yeah, I think we just take the Drag Under here. Okay, well, Ulvenwald Observer is actually pretty good. It's just a 6-mana 6/6, but there's also Sigardian Priest, which is probably just better. And it's in the colors we're in, so I think we take it. Spectral Reserves, wouldn't mind if that got to wheel to us. Yeah, so we'll take Sigardian Priest. So maybe we're Blue-White Spirits. Our Spell Queller wants us to be, I think. I wouldn't mind being able to play it. Okay, well, here's sort of a defining moment. Clear Shot's really, really good. So that's hard to say no to. We could take Courageous Outrider, which is also good. But Clear Shot's just so much better. Do we want to play our Spell Queller? Or do we want to play Clear Shot? I mean, this one's kind of a 2-for-1. This one can be a 2-for-1, but neither's like a guaranteed 2-for-1. Courageous Outrider is good. Man. But Clear Shot's still here, pick 3. I think I should take that as a sign that green's going to be flowing. Yeah, I think I take Clear Shot. Maybe we try to splash Spell Queller. I don't know. But here's the Lashweed Lurker. But there's also another Sigardian Priest. Oh, man. I think we take the Priest. I mean, Clear Shot could be the outlier. Spreading Flames is good, but Sigardian Priest is just really good. Lurker is too, but I think I value the Priest more. The nice thing about the Lurker is that it can actually win you the game with its body, and the Priest obviously can't, but man, it's just a really good card. It just bails you out of so many situations. The Lurker does too, but I think I like the Priest a little bit more. So we could be white-green. We could be, well, I like Geist of the Archives. I also like Ingenious Scob. Yeah, there's also a Galvanic Bombardment this late, which is kind of crazy. But, I mean, these two cards are both good. They're probably not as good as the Bombardment, but they're both good. I don't know. I think we probably take the Scob. Geist of the Archives is good, but Scob's, I think, better. So, yeah. I mean, I love Geist of the Archives. I love being able to scry, but just a dude who's a good attacker is also pretty good. Okay, well, so the green hasn't really been flowing. Maybe people were undervaluing Clear Shot. We're going to take Desperate Sentry. We could think about Terrarion. It could allow us to splash, like Clear Shot, which isn't the worst card to splash. It is only 1 green. But I'm leaning towards just taking the Sentry. It's a fine card, and yeah, I think we take it. Blue also really hasn't been flowing hardcore, although I guess we did get a kind of late Ingenious Scob, but let's just stick the Clear Shot over here for now. Could have sort of been an anomaly. Okay, well, Bloodbrier's fine. Convolute, also fine. It's playable, but not exciting, basically. Take Inventory isn't, unless you're the spells deck, or you end up with 4 of them, or whatever. Might just be Convolute. Bloodbriar does work well. Terrarion, if we want to be splashing, it's worth noting. But green's probably not. I think we just take Convolute. Don't love it, but I'll take it. We do sort of have the luxury of that we can like leave mana up and make it look like we're just going to tap stuff with our priests, and then all of a sudden we're convoluting something. So, nothing's looking really great here. Gavinian Hallowed, probably the best card in this pack. Thraben Standard Bearer is okay, especially if we pick up some Madness. But it's not incredible. Peace of Mind. I think I'd rather have Thraben Standard Bearer than Peace of Mind, though. So, wish I'd taken that Courageous Outrider now. With all these humans. But I don't know. We could still end up in some other deck. Just gotta be ready to pivot if things are looking like we should. Okay, well, this pack is just bad. I guess I'll take the Consecrator. I don't think I'd even play it if I were green, especially not if I'm just splashing green. So, Clear Shot is good with the Scob, incidentally. So if we can splash this, I think we should. It's strong enough. So maybe we should try to value lands that'll help us splash and Terrarion a little more and Cryptolith Fragment, things like that. Keep our eyes open for them. Right, well, I like Spectral Reserves. I think people underrate it a little bit. I mean, it's not incredible, certainly, but, like, Certain Death's actually probably better, but we'll take the Reserves. The Reserves is good. You know, we're probably going to be sort of a Blue-White Skies deck. You know, we kind of have these guys to lock down ground creatures or get flyers out of the way or whatever, and so far we only have 2 flyers, but these colors do have a lot of them. Yeah, we'll take Fiendbinder. Our deck may actually want him. He's perfectly fine. Yeah, now I really wish I'd taken... Although, I guess we did take Clear Shot, but if we don't pick up Fixing, we're probably going to be a little wary of splashing for it and making our mana base a little more inconsistent. Okay, well, I'm going to take Gavinian Hallowed just because, who knows, maybe we splash black, or I don't know, one of our blue, maybe. I mean, it definitely could dry up. We don't have a lot of it. Let's take a Foil Forest. And the other card there, Contingency Plan, is just pretty bad, so... rather have the Unhallowed. Contingency Plan's a kind of Delirium enabler that's just like really bad because it doesn't actually do anything except enable Delirium, and that's kind of shaky. Okay, well, we have Faith Unbroken, we have Choking Restraints. Those are both cards I like a lot. Extricator of Sin, also pretty good, but I think Faith Unbroken and Choking Restraints are both better. So, which one? I think Faith Unbroken. I mean, it does have the possibility, you know, it's not permanent removal always. And Choking Restraints can be to a degree, but man, this thing can just give you a blowout. Especially if you have a lot of creatures with flying, it can really hurt our opponent. And we might end up with some. It works well with Fiendbinder too, who can tap down a blocker that our opponent thought they had. Okay, so here there is a Terrarion, but there's also a Subjugator Angel. We should probably just take that. Boon of Emrakul is good. Midnight Scavengers is good. There's 2 Hamlet Captains. I'm really thinking we should have been green-white humans. And we still could totally revert into that. Like, you know, other than our Queller, our blue cards aren't great. Dual Dragunder and Ingenious Scob are both good, but they're nothing incredible. And there's no blue card here I want to take. I mean, Chilling Grasp is fine, but the Angel I think is a little better. So, I mean, there's definitely a possibility we just lose blue and switch into a green-white deck and regret having made some of the picks we made. And we could splash for Spell Queller now, but it's not as good to splash something like Spell Queller as it is Clear Shot, because you probably want to be playing this early, and if you're splashing, there's no guarantee you do. This guy's probably not making it, since we're not really thinking about black at all. Well, there's Lupine Prototype, which isn't the worst card ever, but I think our deck probably doesn't want it. There's a Dawngryff, which is a nice little flyer. There's a nice bounce spell, and there's another Spectral Reserves. And if we're thinking maybe green happens, we do have Ulvenwald Observer, Ulvenwald Captive, rather. Tattered Haunter is also not bad. But I think it's Dawngryff or Unsubstantiate, basically. And I'm not 100% convinced I'm playing blue, and it's true that if I don't take this, it's a little less likely that I get to. But I think we still take the Dawngryff. I think it's just a little safer. We're definitely playing white based on how open it's been. So we'll take it. Somberwald Stag, hello. That's another late good green card. I think that makes me say goodbye to blue and hello to green, because the Stag is really good. Ulvenwald Captive's good too. So is Newscraft Mob, if we were black. Don't mind the Cathar or the other things. So yeah, I think we're ending up green. It was a little weird because we took that Clear Shot and then things just kind of didn't pan out. Yeah, now there's a Kessig Prowler around. Guardian of Pilgrims is good too, but I think we take the Prowler. It's good early game, good late game. Not really much else to say about it. So, Drogskull Siege Shield Maid is a decent card. The question is it better than Desperate Sentry? And I think it probably is. It can enable a lot of situations where it just helps like one guy survive, and then it gives you a flashed-in creature. So I think we take it. Don't want Primal Druid. If we were the deck that was emerging, we'd want it, but I think this is right. I mean, this guy and this guy are like two of the best uncommons in the set, and we got them kind of late. And then, but in that last pack, after we took this, we assumed there'd be more green to come, and there really wasn't. So we'll just have to see what happens. I guess maybe we play this if we end up with enough humans. It's not awesome, but it's amazing what adding a mana cost to pumping things does. Plus, you know, it has to be human because there's what's it called? The 1 white mana 1/1 who's around regularly, and you can tap it to give an attacking creature +1/+1. I can't remember what it's called, but that card's considered like really good, and Crossroads Consecrator's kind of on the not great. So I guess we take another Fiendbinder here. Grizzled Angler is interesting if we were still thinking blue, and Fogwalker's not bad either. But I think we've kind of turned into a green-white aggro deck, basically. And we'll take a binder here. Lunarch Mantle might be right for this deck. Giving creatures flying doesn't seem bad. Helps you get Delirium to a degree if we want that. And these two colors do have some Delirium. Now there's a pretty late drag under, which is interesting. But I think, you know, the sheer power of our green cards is just too much to say no to. There's also a Woodland Patrol, which is fine. It might just be better just to play like a 3-drop instead of an aura that can get us blown out easily, especially because we don't have incentive for Delirium yet. Yeah, Patrol it is. Bloodbriar it is. Is it? It's a Guardian of Pilgrims. I think we probably take the Pilgrims over the Bloodbriar. We don't have a way to sacrifice anything. We may pick up a few clue generators. Green and white do have those in the third set, but in third pack. Now we'll take a Primal Druid, but I don't think we want it. And I'll take another Spectral Reserves. Don't mind that too much. Lupine Prototype is sort of worth thinking about, but we do have a 5 and a 6 and a bunch of 4s that make it a little less good. If we had some fight cards, I mean, Clear Shot's not really a fight card. It definitely gets a little better. Wow, yeah, green's open. Yeah, we should have just switched to green. Those of you who can, well, I can too after I record this, but going back and watching the draft, seeing some of the not green cards I took when I took some of these blue cards is probably going to be a little painful. But I think we took the sign pretty clearly when it was, you know, bashing us over the head at least. Yeah, I don't really, you know, both these cards are playable at least some of the time, so we're not going to play them obviously, but it's interesting they were around that late. But, you know, you do need certain things to be going right for them to be playable. Wow, Gitrog monster, huh? Do we try to splash black for that monster? How much is he worth these days? Anyway. Not much. Less than a ticket on Magic Online. He is really strong. We can try to splash for him. He's just really good. Makes me wish I had Bloodbriar now, though. That would have been a nice little combo. It's worth thinking about. We also have Apothecary guy, so we have a bunch of spirits, Silver Strike, which is decent, and a Thraben Inspector, which is good. But none of those cards are so good that I think I can say no to the potential payoff of the Gitrog monster. So I think we want to be valuing fixing and try to make it possible for us to play this monster because he's really good. Okay, Erdwall Illuminator. Oh, wait, we're not in those colors anymore. What am I talking about? Lambholt Pacifist, Byway Courier, Emissary of the Sleepless, and Moorland Drifter are all good. I think the Pacifist is just best. Although the question is, how many ways do we have of making it able to attack? And the answer is not a whole lot. We do have 2 werewolves who can transform. It's a little worse than I was thinking. We probably don't want to be playing you. You know, Faith Unbroken can help us, and our high curve guys obviously do it. But Byway Couriers might just be the better pick. Moorland Drifter's good. We could take Warped Landscape and try to fix here. But I think there's too many cards in this pack that are good that I'm just going to hope I pick up fixing later. I think I'm just going to take the Courier. Pacifist is good, like I said, but we just don't have a whole lot of ways of actually making it so it can attack unless it flips. And that is not exactly ideal. Yeah, so I'll take the Courier. Okay, well, we have the same question. We also have some great fixing, and I think we just have to slam that here because we have the Gitrog monster. Again, makes me wish I had taken at least one of those Blood Briars that we passed, because this is another sacrifice thing. But yeah, it makes it so we can play Gitrog monster. That's great. Byway Courier, Lambholt Pacifist are there again, but we take the fixing here because it's very good fixing. It's a good card in general. So yeah, Moonlight Hunt. Do we have enough going on to make that happen? No, I don't think so. Yeah, we just have two things. Probably don't play this anymore. Hopefully. Quilled Wolf is good. Nearheath Chaplain, probably the best card in this deck, but we're going to take the Wolf. The 2-drop Wolf. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Nearheath Chaplain, way better. Probably leads to 1-cut Fiendbinder. Dauntless Cathar is good. I think that's what we take here. Yeah, that's what we take. That we do. We have sort of the mini cycle of these two guys together, which is, they're both very good cards. Fiendbinder is fine. But yeah. So, being able to play Gitrog Monster will be fun. I've never gotten to play him in Limited, so even when you draft a lot, Mythics, especially Gold Mythics, are not always things you get to play with, so it'll be nice to get the experience. Hopefully I get to play it. There's no guarantee that I actually get it, so... Right here, things aren't looking amazing for us, but I like the Geist. Might mean the other Fiendbinder just goes away, though, and I think it probably does. It could mean 1 Spectral Reserves goes away instead. It might be what it means. Although they do work well together. Aim High is an okay trick, but there's a good creature in this pack for us. So Stitchwing Scob is probably the best card in this pack. But we're not blue. We could have been at one point. I guess, I mean, which is better? Definitely better to splash Gitrog Monster than Spell Queller, although... No, that's not going to help us splash. What am I talking about? So Intrepid Provisioner is pretty good in our deck. Gives us... We have some humans, right? Human, not a human, not a human, human. Yeah, we have plenty of humans. And I think we just take it. Our curve's not awesome, although it's kind of actually a curve, which doesn't always happen. So here's a way to help us splash blue if we wanted to. I guess we take it. There's nothing in this pack we want, and we can think about it. I don't think we do, but who knows? You know, there's nothing else in that pack for us, really. Okay, well, there's Silver Strike. There's also some more fixing. How are we doing on removal right now? I think we're doing solid, but not amazing. Like, Guardian Priests are kind of our removal. Our Clear Shot and our Somberwald Stag are quite good. Silver Strike is situational, does gain us life. Fork in the Road, though, makes Gitrog Monster more playable, and actually it combos with Gitrog Monster in a way. We have no reason to want Delirium, though, and that makes it kind of bad. But it is fixing, and I think we play it, because we want to get our Gitrog Monster out there so badly. There's also a Warped Landscape. I think we probably take that, too. It may mean now we don't play Fork in the Road. Wouldn't mind taking one of these, because they're both playable, but I like the Landscape as, you know, just a easy way to fix. Okay, so Scavenger, you know, that gives us a reason to want Delirium, I guess. So I guess we'll take it. Yeah, there's another Quilled Wolf, too. Yeah, green was definitely open. It may just not have been super deep in that first pack, because, like, Quilled Wolf shouldn't be around this late, you know? Didn't I already take a Quilled Wolf? Where did he go? I must have taken... Oh, I took something else over him. The Nearheath Chaplain, I think. Survive the Night's an okay trick. Don't know if we want it, but... Okay, we probably don't play the Fork now. It probably also means we don't play Moldgraph Scavenger. And then this is basically our deck. We have one Wildfield Scarecrow and one Warped Landscape. We can probably get away with just playing one Swamp. We might want to play two. But one Swamp, which is basically 3 cards that can get us the Swamp between the Scarecrow and the Landscape, plus the Swamp, and then only 1 black card's probably okay. We could also think about Primal Druid. We could think about it. It does fix for us, but our other 2 drops are considerably better, and I don't think we're, like, desperate. We have decent fixing already, you know, so I don't think we need to run Primal Druid. If we had a way to sacrifice it, it would be better, but we don't, so we're kind of a Skies deck. We did get a lot of flyers in the white area, and then we just got some, you know, good green removal, green beaters, like Intrepid Provisioner and stuff. Yeah, I think this is it. I think that's all there is to it, really. We could, you know, we do have these 2 guys, because white was also really open, because, yeah. And we could think about cutting a Fiend Binder for our Spectral reserves. But I think the binder's pretty good. We have lots of 2s and 3s who wouldn't mind getting in there. So I think I keep the binder. We can think about bringing in reserves if the Fiend Binder just seems bad. And if we want more flyers against a deck with very few or something. Okay, so 817 is probably about right. We do have double green. But we have way more white cards. And, I mean, Wildfield Scarecrow can fix us for green just as well. So I think that's what we do. It does kind of suck that we have a 1-drop and a couple 2-drops. And we only really have, like, 7 early green sources. Landscape and Wildfield Scarecrow take some setup. So maybe we think about cutting a Plains. But no, I think we need 8. Yeah. All right, this is the deck. It looks pretty good to me. It's fun splashing for the Gitrog monster, so we'll see how it does. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the first round.